Over the weekend, I came across a lot of videos where the Thali was being questioned. 5 years later, the Thali was being mocked, was being ridiculed, and so was the Prime Minister. Everyone was saying that 5 years ago, this time, we were banging Thalis at 5 p.m. in the evening in the hope that the coronavirus goes away. Well, those were different times. In hindsight, it's easy to comment or ridicule a practice that was called for in the name of national unity and supporting the frontline workers at a time when no one really knew what the virus would unleash, how the virus would behave. We were in March 2020. We had absolutely no clue. And even the state governments, even the non-BJP state governments had started calling in for lockdowns. But my problem is with people with selective memory. They remember the Thali-Banging and the futility of it in their words. But they do not remember the scale of the national lockdown when a lot of things could have gone wrong. Yet the lockdown was managed quite well. We are a country of 1.4 billion people. Remember what happened in China. No one remembers the food security aspect. 140 crore people did not have a problem of food security. Of course, there were a lot of volunteers, a lot of NGOs working on the ground. But the government ensured that the first priority was food security. Does anyone remember the agile policy making? It was discussed in the economic survey of 2022 as well, that first the people, then the businesses, and that is how the emergency credit guarantee line scheme came into being. 3.61 lakh crore was given out to MSMEs until March 31st, 2023. Look at the Western world. Inflation problems, fiscal mismanagement, everything was rampant after the pandemic and due to the Russia-Ukraine war. Where is India today? In of the top 10 economies, the fiscal health looks very good. Rupees 12 lakh income, no income tax, but no one really talks about how we came out of the pandemic when it comes to our economic health. No one talks about the helicopter money that was being encouraged by few Nobel Prize winning economists, and the Prime Minister went against it. And what was the cost of that helicopter transfer? We've seen it in America, for instance. No one talks about the manufactured oxygen hysteria that was done by the Delhi government. What happened in Mumbai at several stations when migrant laborers had a lot of problem? What happened with the vaccine? State government said we want to procure the vaccine, but when they actually tried procuring it, they gave up. Opposition leaders, 12 of them, wrote letters to the Prime Minister that it should be centralized, and then the Prime Minister took over. Do not forget the hysteria that was created around vaccine numbers and vaccine as a legitimate cure for the virus. Why does not anyone talk about CoWIN? We were carrying digital certificates for our vaccine, not paper certificates. 2 billion doses in record time. No one talks about it. Why?